everybody, I'm Alex, and welcome to Storytime. I have so many great stories for you today, but before we get into it, I want to do a couple of things. First of all, and most importantly, I want to introduce you to my buddy Buster, who's here, like usual, to keep me company. Also, I want to introduce you to a couple of new friends. I have Frog and Toad here today, and they're here to help me tell a story that we'll see a little later on. Also, I want to let you know that if you like Storytimes, we have so many Storytimes in ADL TV, and you should check them out. Also, if you're looking for something to do, we have all kinds of great kids craft projects on ADL TV, and you should take a look at those as well. Also, if you like kids programming, we have The Saturday Show, which is always on a theme and always excellent. Okay, I think we've covered our bases, and I think it's time to do a hello song, because you can't have a good story time without a good hello song. Isn't that right? Yeah. All right, and a 1, 2, 3. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. I'd like to say hello. So there are so many different languages in the world, and so many different ways to say hello. For example, did you know? In Russia, they say privyet. Let's try that one next. Privyet, friends. Privyet, friends. Privyet, friends. I'd like to say privyet. How else can we say hello today? We could do my favorite, which is aloha. That's how you say hello in Hawaiian. Aloha, friends. Aloha, friends. Aloha, friends. I'd like to say aloha. How else can we say hello? Do you know how a frog says hello? Or a toad? You're right, they say ribbit, which is their word for basically everything. Let's try that one next. Ribbit, ribbit, friends. Ribbit, ribbit, friends. Ribbit, ribbit, friends. I'd like to say ribbit. All right, back to hello. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. I'd like to say hello. What fun. Okay, now that we've done our hello song, I think it's time to do a rhyme and a finger exercise. I brought my fingers with me today. How about you? Oh, you did. That's good. Okay, so we're going to do 2 little blackbirds, and for it, I'm going to use my index fingers, my first fingers. I'm going to go like this. And if you'd like, I think you should do it with me. All right, a 1, 2, 3. 2 little blackbirds sitting in a tree, one named Stan, and the other named Lee. Fly away, Stan. Fly away, Lee. Come back, Stan. Come back, Lee. All right, let's do a different version this time. 2 little blackbirds sitting on a car. One was near, and the other was far. Fly away near, fly away far. Come back near, come back far. All right, one more version. 2 little blackbirds sitting on the ice. One was mean, and the other was nice. Fly away, mean. Fly away, nice. Come back, mean. Come back, nice. Today, I have a bunch of stories about winter and spring and that beautiful space right in between. Now, winter is super fun. There's sledding, there's hot cocoa, there's all kinds of warm coats you can wear, and there's a lot to be said about winter. But it's been winter for a while, and I found myself really ready for spring. But what I'm really most ready for is that magical time right between the two. I love that time when you walk out your door and you realize for the first time you don't need to wear a coat. I love going outside and I love seeing the first blooms starting to pop up out of the ground. I love seeing the grass slowly turn from brown to green, and I love seeing the trees slowly start to put out leaves. So, I have a bunch of stories about all of those things, and stories about the joys of spring. For starters, I have a story about winter, about how it's awesome and about how you should appreciate it. This day is so gray. No, it isn't. It's deep, soft brown and shining blue, and silver splashes on bright yellow. This field is blah brown. No, it isn't. It's dots of orange and vines of black, with sticks of licorice red and poofs of tan. Well, this snow is boring white. No, it isn't. It's lines of purple and squiggles of gray. It's gems of twinkling silver with stomps of green. Bad luck, that cat is black. She's not all black. She's also soft pads of pink and specks of white, and eyes glowing yellow-green. Plus she's warm, and that's a good thing. So is this fire. Fire is orange. I don't like orange. It isn't just orange. It's flashes of red and yellow, and sizzling black logs and gray bits of smoke. Well, it's cozy. Yes. Yes, it is. And so is the blue, green, red blanket. And so is the black, pink, white cat. And so is the brown, white, gray cocoa. And so is the purple and tangerine sunset. And we are cozy too, on this day that was so much more than gray. The end. All right, you kids, it's time for a song. And what should we do? What should we do? I know, let's do the pirate song, because I love it. All right, 1, 2, 3. When I was 1, I sucked my thumb on the day I went to sea. I climbed aboard a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "Oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." When I was 2, I tied my shoe on the day I went to sea. I climbed aboard a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "Oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." When I was 3, I tapped my knee on the day I went to sea. I climbed aboard a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "Oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." When I was 4, I shut the door on the day I went to sea. I climbed aboard a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "Oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." When I was 5, I danced and jived on the day I went to sea. I climbed aboard a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "Oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." Next up, I have a story about winter turning into spring, entitled Finding Spring. The forest was growing cold. Mama said soon it would be time to sleep, but all Morris could think about was his first spring. Spring, 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 he sang as they filled up on berries. I wish it was spring right now, Morris told Mama. Waiting is hard, she said. Right now, it is time to sleep. Maybe you will dream about spring, Mama whispered. Soon she was softly snoring, but Morris was wide awake. I will go find spring, he said. And off he went. Everyone in the forest was busy. I am looking for spring, Morris told Squirrel. That might take a while, Squirrel chittered, turning to bury a large acorn. I am looking for spring, he told Rabbit. Not yet, Rabbit giggled, before dashing into his warm burrow. Deer didn't even look up from her grass. I'm looking for spring, he told Robin. Everything in its time, Robin said. Then she flew south. Suddenly, Morris felt an icy sting on his nose. Is that spring? He asked. A beautiful crystal landed on his paw. Spring? The crystal disappeared, but soon there was another, and another, and another. Morris chased after them. Spring was hard to catch. He chased them, past dry leaves, past bare branches, over the frozen stream. All the way to the great hill. Wow, said Morris. Spring, spring, I found spring, he sang, as he scooped up a bit to take home. Back in the den, Morris snuggled up happily against Mama. He slept and slept and slept. When he woke up, everybody had already gathered in the meadow. I brought you some spring, Morris announced. But spring was gone. Where is it? He asked. Spring can be hard to find, said Robin. Maybe it's hiding, giggled Rabbit. Deer just blinked. Sometimes you really have to search, said Squirrel. Let's look again, Mama said. So Morris led them back through the forest. He saw blooming branches and bright green buds. He saw the rushing stream. Everything had changed, and Morris knew just what to do. To the great hill, he cried. And at last, there it was. Morris had finally found spring. The end. Next up, I have a frog and toad story for you, which is all about one of my favorite things in the whole world, and one of the best things to do in the spring, which is growing things in your garden. And it goes like this. One day, Toad was sitting in his yard, as Toad does. And who should come along that day? None other than Toad's best friend, Frog, carrying an enormous, fantastic bouquet of flowers. Frog, said Toad, where did you get those beautiful flowers? To which Frog said, thank you, Toad. I grew these in my garden, and it was very hard work. Toad said, I sure do wish I had a garden. To which Frog said, well, you are in luck. My friend, I have one last packet of seeds that I'm going to give to you. Plant these in the ground, and soon enough you will have a garden of your own. Oh, said Toad, how soon will I have these flowers? To which Frog said, very soon. So he gave the seeds to Toad, and he went on his way. Toad grabbing his trusty trowel, planted the seeds in the earth and covered them up with dirt. Well, as soon as the seeds were covered, Toad looked down at the ground, expecting them to grow, but nothing was happening. So he decided to give the seeds a little bit of an encouragement. He said, "Seeds, start to grow." But still, nothing happened. Well, Toad thought to himself, maybe my seeds just need a little bit of time. So he decided he was going to pace back and forth by the seeds and give them a little bit of time to grow. And after a little bit of while, he stopped again, and he looked down at that patch of earth, and there was still nothing happening. So he decided to tell them again. He said, "Seeds, start to grow." But still, nothing happened. So Toad thought to himself, maybe the seeds can't hear me. Maybe they just can't hear through all that dirt. So Toad decided to yell. He yelled, "Seeds, start to grow!" Which created such a racket that it brought Frog running back up the path. Frog said, "Toad, what is all this noise? What is going on?" And Toad said, "I was yelling at my seeds to tell them to start to grow." To which Frog said, "Oh, Toad, I don't think it works that way. I tell you what, Toad, give it time. Let the sun shine on them. Let the rain fall seeping through the earth, and soon enough you'll have a garden of your own." And Frog, with that, went back home. Well, Toad did give it a little bit of time, but that night, deep, deep, deep in the dark of night, he looked out his window, and he saw that that patch of earth had no flowers growing in it. There was still nothing happening. So he decided that maybe he needed to read some stories to his seeds. So, around midnight, he grabbed his favorite book of stories, which were all about unicorns, and he sat down on the ground next to where the seeds were, and he started to read out loud to them. He read, "Forsooth," said the unicorn, "by the hammer of Thor I shall smite thee," and on, and such, and read many, many, many stories to them. Well, who should come along deep in the dark of night? None other than Toad's friend Owl. Owl said to Toad, "Toad, what are you doing sitting on the ground in the middle of the night? That's not like you." And Toad said, "I am reading stories to my seeds because they're scared. And when I'm scared, when people read stories to me, it makes me feel a little bit better. And I think this will help them grow." To which Owl said, "Oh, Toad, I don't think it works that way. But I wish you luck. I hope your seeds grow soon." And Owl went along his way. Well, the next day, Toad went outside, and still his seeds just refused to grow. So this time he decided that maybe some music would help them grow. So he grabbed his instrument, and he decided he was going to play a song and sing along, and maybe that would help his seeds grow. Which was actually very hard to do, because as you can see, his instrument is much bigger than him. But still, he tried. So he sang a song like this. It went, "La, la, 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 la." And who should come along that day? None other than Toad's friend Rabbit. And Rabbit said, "Oh, Toad, what is that?" To which Toad said, "I am singing songs to my seeds, because maybe that will help them grow." To which Rabbit said, "Ugh, that was singing that you're doing?" Because Rabbit is a very sassy animal. "Well," said Rabbit, "I hope that works." To which Toad said, "I think it will. I think I just need to sing a little bit louder." Which is what he did. He sang, "La, la, 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 la," which made poor Rabbit cover his ears. He said, "Oh, Toad, I can't take any more of this. I wish you well, though. I hope your seeds grow soon." And away he went. Well, the next day, having sung songs to his seeds, which did nothing, and having read stories to his seeds, which also did nothing, he decided that maybe his seeds needed to hear a little bit of poetry. So he grabbed his favorite book of poems, and he sat down on the earth next to that patch where the seeds had been planted, and he started to read out loud to them. He read, "The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain." And who should come along that day? none other than his buddy Fox. And Fox said, "Toad, why are you reading poetry to the dirt?" And Toad said, "I am reading poetry to the dirt because I have seeds down there, and they're too scared to grow. And I think if I read these poems, it'll help them." To which Fox said, "I don't know that it works that way, Toad, but I wish you well. I hope your seeds grow soon." And away he went, leaving Frog to read more poems, which went like this. "So much depends upon the red wheelbarrow, covered in rain." But still, the seeds did not grow. Well, by this point, poor Toad was just completely wiped out. He was so tired from all the work that he had done, and still his seeds did not grow. So he plopped himself on the ground, right next to the seeds, and he fell asleep. Well, who should come along that day? None other than his best friend Frog. And when Frog got to Toad, he looked and he said, "Toad, Toad, wake up! Toad, wake up!" And Toad woke up and looked and said, "Oh, Frog, Frog, what's going on?" And Frog said, Look at the ground next to you. Your seeds are starting to grow." And sure enough, there were the tiny little shoots of green coming up out of the dirt. And soon enough, there would be flowers coming along with them. Toad was so happy, and he said, "Oh, thank you, Frog. Finally, my seeds have started to grow. And you were right. It was very hard work." The end. All right, you kids, it's time for another song. What should we do this time? You know, it's been a while, and I think we should do The Grand Old Duke of York, because it's the best. All right, here we go. "Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up, and when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down." Now, the absolute best part of this song is that you can sing it over and over again, and each time you sing it, you can go just a little bit faster. So let's give it a try. "Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up, and when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down." So it's a little bit faster, but you know what? We can go much faster than that. Let's give it a try. "Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up, and when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down." So getting faster, but you know we can get a little bit faster still. Let's give it a try. "Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up, and when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down." Okay, that was fast enough that I was getting a little bit tongue-tied. But you know what? We can try even faster still. "Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up, and when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down." Okay, that was getting pretty fast, but you know what? Let's try one more time, except this time, super, super lightning fast. Let's give it a go. "Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up, and when you're down, you're down. When you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down." Okay, I was definitely getting tongue-tied that time, and I know I said that was the last time, but we're going to try one more time, and this time, blindingly super lightning fast. Okay. "Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up, and when you're down, when you're halfway up, you're neither up nor down." Oh my goodness, I was basically making no words. It was just sound, but that was still so much fun. Next, I have another story about the spring for you, and this is about another one of my favorite things, which is all of the baby animals you see that time of year. And it goes like this. "Over in the meadow, in the sand and the sun, lived an old mother turtle and her little turtle one. 'Dig,' said the mother. 'I dig,' said the one. So we dug all day in the sand and the sun. Over in the meadow, in a pond so blue, lived a green mother frog and her little froggies too. 'Jump,' said the mother. 'We jump,' said the two. So they jumped all day in a pond so blue." Over in the meadow, under a fallen tree, lived a little brown beaver and her little beavers three. "Gnaw," said the mother. "We gnaw," said the three. So they gnawed all day under the fallen tree. Over in the meadow, by the red barn door, lived a gray mother mouse and her little mice four. Squeak, said the mother. We squeak, said the four. So they squeaked all day by the red barn door. Over in the meadow, where the wild flowers thrive, lived a busy mother bee and her little bees five. Buzz, said the mother. We buzz, said the five. So they buzzed all day where the wild flowers thrive. Over in the meadow, in a nest built of sticks, lived a noisy mother crow and her little crows six. Caw, said the mother. We caw, said the six. So they cawed all day in a nest built of sticks. Over in the meadow, in a marshy hidden haven, lived a plump mother duck and her little ducks seven. Quack, said the mother. We quack, said the seven. So they quacked all day in a marshy hidden haven. Over in the meadow, by a barnyard gate, lived a pink mother pig and her little pigs eight. Oink, said the mother. We oink, said the eight. So they oinked all day by the barnyard gate. Over in the meadow, in a stream by the pine, lived a quick mother fish and her little fishies nine. Swim, said the mother. We swim, said the nine. So they swam all day on the stream by the pine. Over in the meadow, in a soft, warm den, lived a red mother fox and her little foxes 10. Sleep, said the mother. We sleep, said the 10. So they slept all night in the soft, warm den. The end. All right, you kids, it's almost that time. It's almost time to say goodbye. But before we go, we have time for one last song. And it's going to be, like usual, Knees Up Mother Brown. And like usual, I have the stupendous, the tremendous, the sometimes contentious Mother Brown to help us sing. Or at least she can dance while we sing. Isn't that right, Ma Brown? Yeah, that's right. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there was a girl from Paris, France, who didn't know how to dance. The only thing that she could do was knees up Mother Brown. Oh, knees up Mother Brown. Knees up Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up Mother Brown. Oh, we had some stories about spring today, and about winter going away. The only thing that we could do was knees up Mother Brown. Oh, knees up Mother Brown. Knees up Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up Mother Brown. Oh, there was a teeny tiny man, or in this case a lady, who liked to do handstands. You ready, Ma Brown? All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, well, we made it to 7. That's pretty good. The only thing that we could do was knees up Mother Brown. Oh, knees up Mother Brown. Knees up Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up Mother Brown. One last time. Oh, there was a girl from Paris, France, who didn't know how to dance. The only thing that she could do was knees up Mother Brown. Oh, knees up Mother Brown. Knees up Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up Mother Brown. We'll see you next time.